One of our big ideas for the rest of the year has been our pair trade in Apple versus Samsung, where we are short Apple and long Samsung. And the reason why we really like Samsung at this point in time is that we are seeing an acceleration in sales and market share gains due to the Galaxy S7 and their Edge version, which is clearly ahead in terms of technology. We're seeing great pickup in Asia. On the contrary, Apple is actually seeing a slowdown in sales. If you take the last quarterly result for both companies, you had a top line decline of 13% year-over-year at Apple and 5% gain at Samsung. So really, the tide has changed, and we actually think that this trend could continue. What we're seeing in the smartphone market is a saturation and a convergence between software and hardware, and that makes consumers more price sensitive. We will have a commoditization of this market going forward, and as a result, Apple has a too high price point in a lot of key markets, and especially in Asia, where some of the leading Chinese mobile manufacturers from Huawei and Xiaomi, and then you have the Samsung from South Korea, they're really eating market share gains here. So I believe that the effect that we saw in China is not temporary for Apple. It's more likely a permanent situation for Apple unless they change their pricing strategy. And I think what's most fascinating here is that because of there is no major iPhone release, it left a huge vacuum for these other players in the market, and they're taking full advantage of that. Also, in the recent earnings release from preliminary figures, I have to say, from Samsung, we saw strong performance in the other parts of the business, semiconductors and TV, and especially in the chips. So Samsung is investing a huge amount of money into new products, and some of their latest ones is the OLED technology on screens, and I think it's an irony that they're actually very close to signing Apple as a customer for their smartphone business with the OLED technology. So it really seems to me like Samsung is controlling a bigger and bigger part of the supply chain and really have a grip on the market. So we're betting on this trend to continue for the coming quarters, and that's why I believe it's a very interesting pair trade.